Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is a beautiful day here in Antelope Valley, here at Antelope Valley College, and the freshly named Brent Carter Stadium. And it's a solemn day here at Antelope Valley College as we mourn the loss of Brent Carter. He is one of the true icons of Antelope Valley College football and Antelope Valley College athletics as well. Today's matchup, the Brahma Bucking Bulls out of Pierce College, Los Angeles Pierce College, and, well, your Marauders. And we have two completely different storylines being played out tonight. And this afternoon, it's a very important and big day for AVC, as they are looking for the bowl game hunt at this time. And we are along for the ride here. As we get ready for kickoff, and it would appear that AVC had won the kickoff. They've deferred. They will receive in the second half. So Pierce College football, a storyline that's been kind of relevant for all of their opponents thus far in the season. They are 0-6 with a couple of missed games here. They postponed against Moore Park and Santa Monica, respectively, the last couple of games, but have not been able to pull off a victory and have conceded a couple other games just in forfeit. AVC, on the other hand, completely different story. 6-2 in conference. They're perfect, 3-0, and they have a big task next week against Moore Park College. We'll have that coverage right here on SoCal College Sports 1. That's brought to you by Hunter Dodge of the West. And we are about to get underway here. It will be start time here in AVC. This kick will go through the end zone, and we'll be underway.
Ball will be marked at the 25-yard line.
Again, what has been a question of a season here for LA Pierce. Now, they've had a couple interesting seasons and a couple things going wrong for them in the last couple of years. Will be who is standing in at quarterback. We will start out with the AVC defense out on the field. And Pierce will have their first series. Now, AVC's defense has been pretty tough this season. And under center will be Andrew Young. He's been taking a majority of the snaps for Pierce College. Puts a man in motion. First play, a run up the middle. And that's Dennis Jones. He's a second ball carrier on the stat sheet here for Pierce College. Out of 34 attempts, he has 105 yards on the season. Again, what doesn't really look like much, but again, Pierce College has had an interesting run of things with only a couple of games played. Young in the gun, hands it off again. Jones right into the pile, and he's going to be wrapped up and tackled. There'll be no gain really on the play. It'll be 3rd and 8 coming up here.
Jones, ball carrier, tackle made by Miles Cooney. Third down and 8 for the Browns.
Certainly an important game here for the Marauders in the sense that they need to absolutely win this game. And every single team here in the 3C2A is always a question mark. You never know what you're going to get. And that ball is immediately tipped off the line, and a beautiful defensive play here to bring him to 4th down. It was Brandon Goodman Jr. who came running in. Great defensive play on his end.
4th down for the Browns.
So 4th down coming. We have the punting unit back out onto the field.
Am I in your shot? I'm trying to get back here to the corner.
Ramon Huff fields it around the 40. He's breaking his way along the far sideline. He's being hit by a swath of Brahmas, but was unable to be brought down all the way up to the 45 of the Brahmas. So the Marauders will start their first series and their first possession here in this game on the Brahmas 45-yard line. Caden Hinton will be the quarterback, bringing his offense out onto the field. He's done a pretty good job so far this season. He's about 50% in percentage. Out of 215 attempted throws, he's got 106 completions. Stacked receivers on each side, choosing to throw here on first down. He hits Davon Jones. Jones is going to be wrapped up. There's a flag out on the field, and we thought he was down around the 45, but he's never touched down, and that's going to be a gain of about 5 yards, and they're going to wave off the flag, so we'll see where the spot is. Well, and they'll call first down. So it'll be a first down on the first play of offense here for the Brahmas. Or check that, the Marauders. Throwing here on first down again. Fires over to the far side. With a long run coming in towards the end zone, and he gets hammered. We're going to go ahead and watch this one again. All along the far side. Lowering the shoulder and getting hit, but we'll have a penalty out on the field, so we'll assess that. Joshua Clark was the receiver. So there's been 2 flags thrown, 1 waved off. And we'll just redo everything. First down, hands it off here on first down. Breaking his way through is Amir Bankhead. Bankhead to the end zone, touchdown. Touchdown Marauders, and that did not take very long. Bankhead just not worrying about anybody touching him as he goes all the way in. As the first 6 points go on the board here for the Marauders, and the Marauders starting the way that they need to. You know, the games like this are essentially the types of games where you just need to score points and not worry about what the other team is doing. So the extra point was up and no good. There's a number of Brahmas trying to make contact with him and tackle him, but a nice run all the way up into the end zone. That was roughly a 30-yard rush in his first carry of the game. Amir Bankhead. So Dennis Jones deep in his own end zone here as the kick is up and it's coming to the right side. Jones looking to return the football. He's going to make contact with it, and it's going to go out of bounds at about the market 7-yard line. So a little bit of a miscue there. He actually probably shouldn't have touched that football as it was about to go out of bounds. So Pierce will be starting backed up way deep into their own end zone, or into their own side of the field. starting their next series on the 7-yard line. Now, they really only had one positive play in their last drive. Dennis Jones beside Andrew Young. Young out of the gun, rolling out towards the near side. He's under pressure, looking to try and run it himself, and he's going to stay alive on the sideline, and he'll be hit and out of bounds around the 20-yard line. And that is a great run play and good heads-up running from the quarterback, Andrew Young. I mean, you see him heavy in pursuit as he comes along the near sideline, does not step out, and stays alive. Why not do it himself, moving the football? So the Brahmas on the run. They're out of their end zone, per se, up to the 21-yard line. Young, under center, hands it off, first play. Bouncing off tackles is Dennis Jones, and he's going to be wrapped up in the pile after a gain of about 4, all the way up to the 25. The defensive line this year for AVC has been a pretty good one, and especially when it comes to clutch play. They've been very strong this season. They've only gotten better as the season has progressed. Young under center. They're going to run offset I formation. Jones again. Hit in the backfield, and he's going to be brought down for a loss, and the ball is out. The ball is out, and the referees are going to call it dead. It wasn't a fumble, but a great defensive play again here by the defensive line of AVC. The Marauders just doing everything they can. Another beautiful job. So he's going to be marked down around the 20. It's going to be marked as a loss of 5. 3rd and 11 coming up here. Andrew Young will be out of the gun. 4 receivers out, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Looking to throw here on 3rd down. Throwing it is batted down. It'll be batted down for the second time by Brandon Goodman Jr. That's his second bat down of the day. We're still early on here in the first quarter.
Deep single safety for the Marauders.
So Ramon Huff. Well, the snap is fumbled. The punter has thrown the football forward, and that's going to be into the back of the end zone. We're looking for a safety call here, but I don't know what the referees are going to call. They're going to say the ball was down at the 2-yard line. So the offense is going to run out onto the field, and we can take a second look at this. I mean, this is just a bad situation altogether. Low, long snap, and that's one of the tougher things to do. And the referee, you'll see, will call it dead right about there. A version of the safety, but I mean, at what cost at this point? So on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal here. Caden Hinton will be in the, power package forward. They're going to hand it off to the fullback. And Daniel Hubbard is going to be hit at the line and brought down. He only had a gain of 1, it looks like. So solid defensive football here from Pierce. Showing a little bit of life on the defensive side.
Pretty soon. Ran all the way down here, I know. I'm old. In that order. Let me.
Jumbo package again here for the Marauders. Hands it off. Into the end zone, and another touchdown for Amir Bankhead. And that was as easy as it gets for Bankhead. And fighting himself in there. Give him a little more credit. Kick is up and blocked. And it's been picked up. And stepping out of bounds. Now that was blocked. We can watch this again. So that's 2 kicks that have been blocked here on the special teams side of the football. And Jamal Rich was the guy who picked up the football, but he stepped out of bounds. I mean, props to the special teams unit. So it'll be 12-0 with 9:50 remaining here in the first quarter. And AVC has had no problems moving the football, and aside from one quarterback run for L.I. Pierce. It's been all Marauders here on offense. And the kick will be up and through the back of the end zone. So a touchback here. We'll see the offense for Pierce College work their way onto the field again. So able to make it up to the 30-yard line last drive. Andrew Young out of the gun, starting on his own 25, 1st and 10. Quarterback sneak, first play, and he's going to be hit by the defensive line, and that was basically doomed from the beginning.
Andrew Young, quarterback option, tackled by Brandon Goodman.
So a loss of 1 yard. It'll be 2nd and 11 here. Clock will continue to run. Out of the gun, firing over towards his left side, finds a receiver. Catch of the football is Peyton Montgomery. Now he's listed as a defensive back, but he's in as wide receiver right now, and that might have been his first catch of the season.
9-yard gain will be third down. Third and 2? Oh, yeah.
So 3rd and 2 coming up, and that's a positive drive so far. Running for it, Young trying to get to the first down marker. He does, and he's going to hit and brought down. So a first down here, and now the Brahmas are driving. You can see Young trying to work through his progressions here, finding nothing, just chooses, you know what, I'm going to tuck it. The pocket had broken down. There's enough space to run enough forward. He had 2 yards to do so. But there is a flag out on the field for holding. Check that, not a flag out on the field for holding. So it's going to be first down from the 39-yard line. Man in motion. Young hands it off, first down, and it's going to be hit into the defense by the defensive line of AVC, and we'll be lucky to see if they catch a yard. They don't. They go nowhere. And Dennis Jones is just immediately blown up on the first play. 12 seconds on the play clock here. 7:12 to go here in the first quarter. Trips to his right, two to his left. Young, all receivers, no running back. Fires on the run, finds his receiver, Parker Peddler. And Peddler is all the way up to the 49-yard line, and now they're starting to drive. Check that, it's Pelletier. Mark that another positive play here as the Brahmas have got a little drive going. So 12-0, we're under 7 here. Dennis Jones back out on the field. Young running for his life. He's going to be hit at the line of scrimmage as he chose to go for it immediately, and he's just going to be brought down. Nowhere to go. Again, he's looking for his reads, but that defensive line of ABC is just breaking through way too quick, and nothing he could do. You'll also notice as this game starts to progress, Pierce College really only traveling with about 25 guys. Their roster a little bit tired here as the season goes on. But you do have to respect the fact that these guys are putting on the jersey every single day and going out there and trying to compete. Well, a handoff here on second down and another good play. And I don't have a mark number 7 on my roster, but that is number 7. Made it to the 39. Line to gain is the 40, so it'll be 3rd down and 1 here. We'll see the I formation out again. Young under center. Hands it off. Finds Jones. Jones working his way towards the near side, and he's going to be hit and brought down out to the 35. So Pierce College now driving all the way down to the 35. They're well within Marauder territory. Here we go. 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. I formation again. Young hands it off and hit at the behind the line of scrimmage, and fumbling the football was number 7. So it's going to be a loss of 4 yards back to the 39. And ABC's defensive line said, okay, we're done playing games. It's time to start being serious. Well, they tried to play that offset, or that straight I formation again. Now, it worked with Jones, but Dennis Jones is a little bit quicker than whoever they were running, who's number 7. Young puts Jones in motion. He's got 2 receivers to his left, now 3 to his right. Young running for his life, hit by his own offensive lineman. He's covered the football, and he's going to be brought down after another loss. And another good defensive play here by the defensive line. So 3rd and what we will call is almost 20 now, 21 from the 46. Mind you, they had brought it all the way down to the 35 and presumably out of kicking range. Young will be out of the gun. He's got 2 receivers to his left, 2 to his right. Dennis Jones will be spread out right. 3 receivers to his right. He's under pressure again. Here comes the blitz. Young running for his life all the way up the center, and he's going to be hit around the original line of scrimmage and brought down around the 35. But there is a flag out on the field, and we'll see what the call is. So again, in coverage, he's just running for his life immediately. And it's going to be a defensive penalty. The defensive penalty coming up here is going to bring the football all the way up to the 20, mark that 19-yard line. So the Brahmas with new life here. Mind you, they were 3rd and 21 a mere play ago. So on the 19, Young gifted a penalty. Dennis Jones will be to his left. He's got trips receivers to his left, one to his right. Out of the gun here on first down, running and throwing, and he misses his receiver. Looking on the screen for Angel Martinez. Incomplete pass. 2nd and 10 coming up, and we're now almost under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. And we're not sure what they're going to do. Well, it calls a timeout. They just wasted 25 seconds after the incomplete pass. So the Brahmas will call a timeout. It's kind of important to mention here, this is the first positive drive they've had out of 3. Both of them faltering deep in their own territory, including the one punt that was a bad snap and handled in almost a safety, but called dead around the 2-yard line. Well, Marauders defense talking it over, saying, you know, how do we adjust here? The defensive scheme needs to make a little bit of an adjustment here. Again, these games are important here, not necessarily because you can't beat the other team, but because it's important to beat the other team and not give them a chance. Also important for your playoff dreams. As the Marauders are 6-2 coming into this game, and important to make a difference. Hit immediately at the line and brought down. This is that number 7, and they have a flag out on the field, and we will wait to see what it is. It's a personal foul. There are 2 players, an ABC player and a Pierce player, tied up there around the 20-yard line on the left hash. They'll call no foul on the play, but the referee, White Hat, was pretty serious when he said, you guys need to cut it out. I mean, they're just tied up in a block with each other. Running the clock. We will be ticking under 2 minutes here. So 3rd down and 9 coming up. They're able to gain 1 out of it. Out of the gun. Puts his slot receiver in motion. Young handles the snap, looking to fire towards the left side, throwing into a little bit of a coverage, but it's going to be overthrown, incomplete pass. And 3rd down will go to 4th down. We don't see any kicking unit necessarily coming out on the field. Young looking towards his sideline. And it would appear that Pierce College is going to want to go for it here on 4th down. Young slowly walking over. He's got 27 seconds on the play clock, choosing to jog back to his huddle. So they will go for it here on 4th down. Pierce College, what the heck? No desire to kick the football here. 4th and 9 coming up. We're under 2 minutes. It's 1:32 on the clock. 8 on the play clock here. Slot receiver in motion, moving to the outside on the near hash. Trips receivers to his right. Young out of the gun, looking to throw, fires, and it's intercepted. Intercepted, and the Marauders are bringing it back up to the 20-yard line. Up to the 20, finding a block and looking to go, diving forward all the way up to the 30-yard line. Intercepted. And the Marauders, Raymond Womack, doing a great job here.
Hey, I might play a little more but a little bit less.
And a long catch and run, and here we go. It's going to be a touchdown for Reese Robinson into the end zone. Touchdown on the first play of this drive. Touchdown Marauders. We'll watch this one more time. Shoulder fake, and Reese Robinson just wide open, running straight through the coverage, and there was nobody home, going straight to the end zone. Going to kick the extra point, and this one will be good. So mark it 19 points on the board. I was just trying to get my stats up here for LA Pierce. So a fourth down turns into a nightmare situation here for the Pierce College Brahmas. There we go. Kickoff underway, and this will be fielded and dropped. Dennis Jones returning the football, working his way towards the far sideline. He may have given himself a little bit of time, but he's going to be hit and brought down. He had nowhere to go, and that little hesitation there got him taken down around the 7-yard line. So we're at 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter, and it has been all Marauders, and we didn't really expect much different. No disrespect to the Pierce College players, but the record has not been good so far this season. And very tough to do what they've had to this season, especially dealing with all of the postponed games and other problems. Deep I formation, hands it off here on first down, and falling forward is that number 7 player. A gain of 5 yards here on first down. Under center again, Young. They'll do the quick handoff again. Kind of filling into a fullback position. Try to get a number for you through the scrum there. There's number 7, the ball carrier again. So now 3rd and 4. He was able to gain 1 yard on the last play. And And they will run out the clock here on first down. Check that on. They'll run out the clock here in the first quarter. So we will step away for just a moment. And we will return with the second quarter here and the remainder of the first half. We'll see you guys in just a few moments. So 3rd and 4 coming up here. And that's what we will get to start off here the second quarter. Out of the I formation again, Young looking to hand it off. And he'll do a pitch to Daniel Jones, or Dennis Jones more so. And Dennis Jones is going to be running back towards his own end zone, and he's going to be brought down around the 5-yard line. So 4th down coming up. You'll see the pitch, and Dennis Jones just nowhere to go, looking to try and find some space, and he's going to be completely covered on that play. Ron Huff immediately in on coverage. So backed all the way into their own end zone. And the snap is through the end zone. And you're going to hear the whistle for a safety. Nothing you can do about that. Chris Sanchez just stood there as the ball was thrown at his feet. So tack on another 2 here for ABC. Well, that makes up the 2 extra points that they missed. Well, 1 was blocked. Mind you, almost returned for a touchdown. So kicking from their own 20-yard line. ABC standing on their own 30. Devon Jones will be in the middle of it, but it's going to be kicked directly at Reese Robinson. Reese Robinson had the touchdown last time he had the football, and he brought it all the way up to the 44-yard line. And he'll drop it around the 43. We'll see where the referee calls it, but that's a nice return. I mean, it was right into his hands, and he just kept on running with it. So they'll mark it at the 43. 1st and 10 in Brahma territory. We got 14 minutes on the clock here remaining in the first half. And out of the pistol formation, Hinton out of the pistol, looking to throw. Throws on the screen here. And he's got Davon Jones all the way up to the 25. Good catch and run from Davon Jones. So first down, Marauders. And moving the football again. Clock will resume running down to the 24. That's where they've spotted it. Out of the pistol again. Handing it off here on first down. And Dang running his way all the way down, but he's going to be called with a whistle. It was Jackson Marshall for his first carry of the game. And he'll have a first down. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Marauders on the doorstep again. Whistle, and it's going to be a false start here for ABC. Pass batted down at the line. It's going to be landed on here by ABC. Let's mark that 2nd and now 15. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 15-yard line. Hinton. There'll be another whistle. Another flag out. Another false start. Hinton running towards the near side, throwing on the run into the end zone, caught! Touchdown! Touchdown Marauders, Carlos Hill. And you'll see this come right at you here at the home. And a great catch and grab here from Carlos Hill. So you're going to see a dead ball penalty called here, but that'll be assessed at the kickoff. I do not believe that Marauders are going to be that concerned over it at this point. That being said, always important to make sure that everybody stays following the rules. There's more whistles out. Okay, here they go to kick the extra point. Point is up. And no good. Well, here we go. Here's the highlight. 27-0 here with 12:14 on the clock. Carlos Hill just jumping up and catching the football. I mean, he did a beautiful job. So the kickoff will be assessed from the 20-yard line. And here comes the kick, and it's going to be short and low. Fielded around the 45. Running up and returning the football is a Trenton Gill.
Trenton Gill returning the kickoff.
I would have ran out. I see what you're doing. I can see that.
So 1st and 10 from the AVC side of the football field. You'll see Andrew Young under center, and that's how they've been running their offense primarily tonight. Running the football and running directly into the pile is Rajon Mercer. I believe, yep, 32. Rajon Mercer. So 2nd down and 10, and he didn't go anywhere. They're going to be marking him down at the 41-yard line. I formation again. Young. Throwing here on 2nd down, and that's going to be hit and tipped. And he had an R.J. Edwards wide open. All he had to do was put his hands on it, but he wasn't able to corral the football in. Third down and 10 coming up. Clock is stopped at 11:15 here in the first half. Well, he's got 2 receivers spread out left, 2 to his right. He has Dennis Jones to his right. Throwing to his running back. Jones running for his life. He's going to be hit, brought down, and another huge play here by the defensive line of the Marauders. And that's Deron Mitchell coming in, tackling Jones behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 2 here. From their 43-yard line, they're not going to punt the football. They're going for it here on 4th down. Taking under 11 minutes here in the first half. Young out of the gun, has Jones to his right. Looking to throw here, quarterback keeper. He's going to run up all the way up to the 35. And he's going to be brought down. It's going to be a turnover on downs. He did not get enough. Here comes the offensive unit for the Marauders. So 1st and 10 from the 33. Split back formation for the offense here. Handing off on 1st down. Getting hit. Brought down might be Michael Clark. We'll check and see. As Q Allen, the other running back out there, number 38. Well, those are your two backs who are out on the field, Q Allen and Michael Clark. Again, split back formation here, out of the gun. Two receivers to his right, one to his left. Split backs. Going to throw here on 2nd down. Finds his receiver and running free is Davon Jones, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds after a 1st down and then some, all the way down to the 45-yard line. They'll mark it on the Pierce side. Split back formation, hands it off. Finding a hole and running through, but there's a flag out. It's going to be Michael Clark. Check that, no flag. And that gain of 4 on 1st down here. It's to be 2nd and 6 from the 43. Still split backs. Throwing here on 2nd down, finding an open receiver out towards the left side. And it's Elijah Steele with a catch and run for 1st down all the way down to the 31. First down, Marauders, and then we'll move the chains again. Well, Kevin Hawley, listed as a cornerback, is the running back who's out to the left of Hinton. Hinton splits one outright. Throwing here and almost intercepted. Throwing directly into coverage. And that was Peyton Montgomery. Number 12. Almost intercepting the football, and that was a timeout called. So we're going to step away really quick for a message from Hunter Dodge of the West. We'll see you guys in just a moment here.
H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, America's largest Ram truck center, has an inventory as big as a wide open West. Ram is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year 3 years running, featuring the all-new Ram 1500s and the heavy-duty Ram 25s and 3500s. H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, located at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Autumn Hall or at ramofthewest.com.
Take advantage of huge savings on all new Ram truck inventory in stock during Ram Power Days going on now.
Well, we're back after the timeout. And our message from the Hunter Dodge of the West Ram Power Days. Helping make this broadcast possible. So the Marauders lead it 27-0. It's 8 minutes remaining here in the first half, 2nd quarter. And from the 31-yard line, it'll be 2nd and 10. Hinton hands it off here on 2nd down and hit behind the line of scrimmage and trying to fight for any yards he can is Michael Clark, but he wasn't able to go anywhere. 3rd and 12. Hinton. Delayed snap call. 14 seconds here on the play clock. Trips to his right, one to his left. And Q Allen's going to shape up to his left side for the running back protection. Throwing to his right side, hits his receiver, that's Jalen O'Neal. O'Neal with space, he's got a block in front of him, he's going to be hit and brought down. He's got the first down all the way down to the 15-yard line. First down, Marauders. You see O'Neal come out here on the screen, and this is just a beautifully executed screen. As he's just looking for a way to lace himself through and get that first down, and he does. So great job here. And a dropped snap fumble. So he's fumbled the football. Hinton fumbles the football, and just able to jump on top of it was running back Q Allen at the last second. So that's going to back them all the way up to the 21-yard line. They were in the red zone there at the 15. Here we go at the 21. 2nd and 16 coming up. Hinton out of the gun, firing into the screen. On the screen and trying to run. It was Joshua Clark, and he's going to be hit around the line of scrimmage for no gain. And it'll be a loss of a yard out to the 22. 3rd and 17 coming up here. Trips to his right, one to his left. Hinton will still stay in the gun. They hand it off here on 3rd down. Hit and fighting for some yards is Q Allen, but he wasn't really able to go anywhere. He got a gain of 5. And the offense looks to be wanting to stay out here on the field. Hinton on 4th down. Running up. Tries to get towards the line of scrimmage and lace the football in. Intended target was Jalen O'Neal, but that's going to be an incomplete pass. And it'll be a turnover on downs here with 4:59 as we're under 5 minutes here to go in the first half. Pierce offense will take back over.
Hey, you should have ran Warrior.
Young out of the gun, one back beside him. There'll be just a direct snap to the quarterback, and the quarterback will try to rush forward. Check that. This looks to be Peyton Peddler in that quarterback. So we've had a change of quarterback here. So Pelletier in the gun. He has 3 receivers to his left, rolling out towards the near side, looking to fire towards this one on the screen. He has a receiver, and he has the catch. Robert Terry able to make the catch and get a gain of 1 yard. He was kind of lucky to hold on to the football. Let's see if we can roll that back really quick. You see he throws it to Terry, and Terry just has the football behind his back and is able to make the play. So Pelletier Spreads out Dennis Jones to his left. Well, keeps him in the gun. Under pressure, firing. Hits Terry. Terry out towards the far side. And that was the third down play all the way down to the 24. Not enough to make a first down, but positive yardage, and it'll be fourth down and now 5 coming up, and we'll see if the offensive unit stays on the field. And I guess they're going to say we don't want to even try and punt the football anymore. Pelletier under center. Trying to catch the defensive line off sides. 12 seconds on the play clock. Looks over towards the sideline. They might be looking to try and get a free 5 yards if they can get the defense to jump off sides. Well, and I'm going to show you guys something really quick here on replay. And we're seeing a delay of game, but right there is definitely a false start. Yeah, number 77 just jumps right there. Well, regardless, the punting unit is back out onto the field. As is Reese Robinson to return the football here. He's out by his own 40-yard line. Low snap again. Long snapper having a hard time getting the football off, and this one's going to be blocked and picked up by the line. One of the offensive linemen who holds onto the football, and he drops it there. Well, what was going to be just falling onto the ground and a turnover of downs turned into a nightmare here, and the football will be taken over by the Marauders on Pierce's 22-yard line. 2:19 to go here in the first half. Marauders 27, Brahmas 0. We want to remind everybody to stay at halftime. We have a little bit of a special presentation. Regarding a Marauder great, Brent Carter. First play caught and a beautiful catch. And a catch and grab by Jackson Marshall, who's going to be given no forward progress, actually. Oh. Really late here. And they're going to call a holding penalty, so it'll be first and now 8. How the penalty's assessed here from the mark. So a 10-yard penalty from the mark. Penalty occurred at the 10-yard line. So it'll be first and 8 from the 20. Hinton out of the gun, looking to throw, running into the middle of the pocket. Pocket collapsing. He's going to be under pressure and sacked. And it's going to be a loss of 1 yard on the play. He just had nowhere to go. Good job by the defensive line of Pierce College. Second down coming up. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 21, and this is where they halted last drive. Hinton with Jackson Marshall behind him. Fakes the throw, and he's going to hand it off to Marshall. That was an interesting little maneuver there, and Marshall's going to run forward. Oh, watch that one more time. That was interesting. Goes to throw with his right arm and just hands it off with his left. Marshall driving forward. So 3rd and manageable coming up here from the 14-yard line. Mark that 16. Line to gain will be at the 12. Hinton out of the gun, looking left on his first read. He's going to be chased out of the pocket, coming towards the near side, firing on the run towards the back of the end zone. Incomplete pass. 4th down coming up. It'll be 4th and 4. So 4th down coming up. The kicking unit is not out on the field, and they've had a little bit of a rough day with 46 seconds left on the clock here in the first half. Out of the gun, delayed snap count, 10 seconds on the play clock here. Hinton has Marshall to his left, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Looking to throw here on 4th down. Fires over towards the outside and has a receiver open into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown Marauders, and Joshua Clark was wide open on kind of the return route. And we'll watch that one more time, and a beautiful job here for the Marauders and Joshua Clark. So we'll watch this one more time. And he just fires over. Clark on the button hook, and he just finds his blocks and kind of laces his way on through. The extra point is up and good. So 34 points on the board with 38 seconds remaining here in the first half. Antelope Valley handling it as they should. Most important part probably at this point is just having fun, not getting injured, and not making any mistakes on the field that would prevent you from playing in the important game next week, which will be here at Antelope Valley as well at the Brent Carter Stadium for the Marauders against Moorpark College. Again, that is the more important game that you have to look forward to, especially with AVC on the cusp of getting a bowl game here in this season. So 6-2 is the record as it stands right now. You can imagine 8-2 would look a lot better in terms of receiving a bowl game. And that was Andres Flores. Andreas Flores turning the football here for Pierce College. And we'll get things underway here with their next drive. We'll see who's in at quarterback here for the Brahmas. Last drive it was Peyton Pelletier. And he will remain out on the field, number 18 right there in the white jersey. So Pelletier will be out of the gun. 2 receivers to his right, spreading out his receivers to the left, trying to get them all organized, and he'll have Dennis Jones beside him. Running for his life, nice backward spin. He's going to be throwing on the run, hits his receiver, and a beautiful first down. A beautiful first down catch to Andreas Flores. The clock is running, 10 seconds ticking down, and we'll see exactly how this plays out. Last play of the first half. Throwing, and picked off. It's picked off the tipped hands. Returning it and trying to make a play forward. And AVC will fail to get the pick 6 as we go into halftime. But AVC all over that football, and it was a good job of just trying to get the football off in time. And that'll be the end of the first half. Gannis Ginnis was the man to return the football. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a little bit of time here, and we're going to remember Brent Carter. Now, Brent Carter it is with great sadness that the Marauder Athletics Department has learned that one of its true icons, Brent Carter, has passed away. To many, he is Marauder Athletics. Antelope Valley Press named him the 6th most influential sports figure in the Antelope Valley, and he is the first on the list of the top 20 people who shaped AVC athletics. To show the esteem Antelope Valley College had for him, the campus stadium is named in honor of Brent Carter, and it will be the Brent Carter Marauder Stadium. He played for and coached 9 of the Marauders' 13 conference championships, 13 of their 18 bowl games, and was undefeated in playoff games as a coach. Native to the Antelope Valley, Carter was one of the people who molded the area's academic and athletic successes. While most would presume Carter was just a football coach, he was more active in and proud of off-field accomplishments of his players, staff, and students, often talking about what he really believed to be his job, creating a total person of a student athlete on and off the field. He took over as the Marauder Athletic Director in 1975, and in his 28 years in that position, Carter oversaw some of the most progressive community college programs in the country. Deeply committed to the development of a complete person, Carter implemented many measures that would help those participating in the department progress as far as possible, personally, academically, and athletically. After the 2006 Marauder season, Carter stepped away from the sidelines, something most knew him all too well, though they thought he would never do. In 37 seasons, Carter led teams that had compiled a 189, 185, and 5 record, which made him 11th all-time winningest coach in the nation and 5th all-time in California at the time. Under his guidance, the Marauders had 30 All-America selections and 48 All-State picks, including the most valuable players. His football teams have won 2 state championships in 1974 and 1975, won or tied the conference title 7 times, and received 13 bowl game bids. Carter himself was named Coach of the Year in 1974, and in 1975 by the California Community College Football Coaches Association, and in 1987 by the California Coaches Association. In 1969, his team posted a 12-1 record, losing the CIF Finals, and the next season became the head coach for the Marauders. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to spend a moment and recognize Brent Carter. A life that touches others goes on forever. He was born in 1941, and he just passed away this year in 2021. Everybody, Brent Carter. And we'll be back after a few messages. We're at halftime, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in.
At first glance, this small airfield looks like little more than a graveyard for old planes with a few working aircraft taxiing nearby. But look closer towards the hangar and you'll see there's much more going on.
All right, so you guys go ahead and remove the starter.
Welcome to Antelope Valley College and Fox Field, home to one of the newest and most comprehensive aerospace teaching facilities in the nation. This 10,000 square foot hangar is filled with planes, frames, and engines, all waiting to be studied and worked on.
Today, what we're going to do is we're going to actually remove an aircraft starter.
Today, Professor of Aeronautics Ty Medler is letting his students get hands-on experience, removing and replacing complex and essential parts.
Once you get it out, you'll show it to me, I'll ask you a couple of questions, and then you'll be cleared to put it back on.
Later, they'll dive right in, taking apart and reassembling entire engines. Associate Professor Jack Halliday says for some students, these courses mark the first time they've ever even picked up a tool.
So they go through these programs, they get full exposure to the hand tools, the mechanics behind the airplanes. They learn full-blown operation on how to work on airplanes from the ground up. The important thing with hands-on experience with this program is students are fully exposed to the working operation on the airplane.
I've never held a wrench prior to being in this program. I knew nothing, but my teachers have been very patient with me, showing me what all the tools are, how they work, when to use this one, when to use that one. They've been very patient with me.
At one point, Shalom Lazar thought he wanted to be a music composer, but then he discovered this aeronautics program at Antelope Valley. Now this student says he's on his way to a career that's both well-paying and deeply satisfying.
Oh, I love it. The reason why I really like this one is because of its high demand. Not just because of how easy it is to get a job, but because it means that the world really needs it.
Besides the hands-on training, there's equal time spent on classroom instruction, schematics, and classes often rooted in physics, math, design, and engineering. Mettler, who spent more than 30 years in this industry, says what's most satisfying is watching these students have those aha moments.
As an instructor, it's always fun to watch the students and to see a light bulb go on when they go, oh, I finally get it. Okay, I'm glad you showed that to me, because for most of them, it's a brand new experience.
And knowing that if I see a plane taking off and I was one of the ones who helped to get it into the air, it's very fulfilling for me.
Antelope Valley in northern LA County is home to some of the world's biggest aerospace companies, like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing. It's also home to Edwards Air Force Base, where many space shuttle flights have landed.
So getting out of high school here, if you're willing to learn and work with your hands, there's tons of employment opportunities.
April King graduated from the Aero program in 2015 after taking night classes while working in the industry. She's now a principal quality assurance analyst at Northrop Grumman's Palmdale facility.
We're making history out here in the Antelope Valley, and it's great to have a college that creates employees from their curriculums. So I was able to turn the information that I learned at the college into real-time application and applying it to what I was working with every day.
It's been a passion for, high school, even high school, I was trying to get into something that deals with aircraft. Aircraft has always been my passion.
Student Eddie Ramirez had already gained some aircraft maintenance skills while serving in the U.S. Navy. But now he says he's learning a lot more and knows the job offers will be waiting when he's done.
I want to continue to work on aircraft. It doesn't really matter what type of aircraft, as long as I'm hands-on. It's a great program. You'll learn so much. You'll be humbled by how much you learn.
Antelope Valley is one of only 15 California community colleges offering 4-year bachelor's degrees, as well as associate's degrees and certificates. The bachelor's degree in airframe manufacturing technology essentially leads to careers in engineering and building planes, and even spacecraft. Designed in concert with the aerospace industry, the program's already turned out 2,000 graduates in 4 years, with 94% getting hired into companies like Grumman, Lockheed, even SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic.
They're looking to build lives, build a career, build families. They're looking to contribute to the country, to the world, forward-thinking people that want careers and jobs.
Who doesn't look up at the sky and just, you're in awe when an airplane flies over, a helicopter flies over, and just look at the science and effort that went into building and making what it can do. The sky's literally the limit. We're just gonna go up from here and continue to make history, and I wanna be part of that.
Yeah, I feel very privileged, very lucky, and very blessed to have an opportunity like this.
A big plus for me is when a student comes back and they tell me, we're buying our first home. I could go work in industry myself and make much more money, but I wanted to work at AB College and help the students so I could give back to the community. And so for them to accomplish that and be successful in life, that's big for me.
It feels great to have something that the world really, really needs, to have a skill that can really contribute.
H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, America's largest Ram truck center, has an inventory as big as a wide open West. Ram is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year 3 years running, featuring the all-new Ram 1500s and the heavy-duty Ram 25s and 3500s. H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, located at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Autumn Hall or at ramofthewest.com.
Take advantage of huge savings on all new Ram truck inventory and stock during Ram Power Days going on now.
At first glance, this small airfield looks like little more than a graveyard for old planes with a few working aircraft taxiing nearby. But look closer towards the hangar and you'll see there's much more going on.
All right, so you guys go ahead and remove the starter.
Welcome to Antelope Valley College and Fox Field, home to one of the newest and most comprehensive aerospace teaching facilities in the nation. This 10,000 square foot hangar is filled with planes, frames, and engines, all waiting to be studied and worked on.
Today, what we're going to do is we're going to actually remove an aircraft starter.
Today, Professor of Aeronautics Ty Mettler is letting his students get hands-on experience, removing and replacing complex and essential parts.
Once you get it out, you'll show it to me, I'll ask you a couple of questions, and then you'll be cleared to put it back on.
Later, they'll dive right in, taking apart and reassembling entire engines. Associate Professor Jack Halliday says for some students, these courses mark the first time they've ever even picked up a tool.
So they go through these programs, they get full exposure to the hand tools, the mechanics behind the airplanes. They learn full-blown operation on how to work on airplanes from the ground up. The important thing with hands-on experience with this program is students are fully exposed to the working operation on the airplane.
I've never held a wrench prior to being in this program. I knew nothing. But my teachers have been very patient with me, showing me what all the tools are, how they work, when to use this one, when to use that one. They've been very patient with me.
At one point, Shalom Lazar thought he wanted to be a music composer, but then he discovered this aeronautics program at Antelope Valley. Now this student says he's on his way to a career that's both well-paying and deeply satisfying.
Oh, I love it. The reason why I really like this one is because of its high demand. Not just because of how easy it is to get a job, but because it means that the world really needs it.
Besides the hands-on training, there's equal time spent on classroom instruction, schematics, and classes often rooted in physics, math, design, and engineering. Mettler, who spent more than 30 years in this industry, says what's most satisfying is watching these students have those aha moments.
As an instructor, it's always fun to watch the students and to see a light bulb go on when they go, oh, I finally get it. Okay, I'm glad you showed that to me, because for most of them, it's a brand new experience.
And knowing that if I see a plane taking off and I was one of the ones who helped to get it into the air, it's very fulfilling for me.
Antelope Valley in northern LA County is home to some of the world's biggest aerospace companies, like Northrop Grumman, Lockheed Martin, and Boeing. It's also home to Edwards Air Force Base, where many space shuttle flights have landed.
So getting out of high school here, if you're willing to learn and work with your hands, there's tons of employment opportunities.
April King graduated from the Aero program in 2015 after taking night classes while working in the industry. She's now a principal quality assurance analyst at Northrop Grumman's Palmdale facility.
We're making history out here in the Antelope Valley, and it's great to have a college that creates employees from their curriculums. So I was able to turn the information that I learned at the college into real-time application and applying it to what I was working with every day.
It's been a passion for, high school. Even high school, I was trying to get into something that deals with aircraft. Aircraft has always been my passion.
Student Eddie Ramirez had already gained some aircraft maintenance skills while serving in the U.S. Navy. But now he says he's learning a lot more and knows the job offers will be waiting when he's done.
I want to continue to work on aircraft. It doesn't really matter what type of aircraft, as long as I'm hands-on. It's a great program. You'll learn so much. You'll be humbled by how much you learn.
Antelope Valley is one of only 15 California community colleges offering 4-year bachelor's degrees, as well as associate's degrees and certificates. The bachelor's degree in airframe manufacturing technology essentially leads to careers in engineering and building planes and even spacecraft. Designed in concert with the aerospace industry, the program's already turned out 2,000 graduates in 4 years, with 94% getting hired into companies like Grumman, Lockheed, even SpaceX, and Virgin Galactic.
They're looking to build lives, build a career, build families. They're looking to contribute to the country, to the world, you know, forward-thinking people that want careers and jobs.
Who doesn't look up at the sky and just, you're in awe when an airplane flies over, a helicopter flies over, and just look at the science and effort that went into building and making what it can do. The sky is literally the limit. We're just gonna go up from here and continue to make history, and I wanna be part of that.
Yeah, I feel very privileged, very lucky, and very blessed to have an opportunity like this.
A big plus for me is when a student comes back and they tell me, you know, we're buying our first home. You know, I could go work in industry myself and make much more money, but I wanted to work at AB College and help the students so I could give back to the community. And so for them to accomplish that and be successful in life, you know, that's big for me.
It feels great to have something that the world really, really needs, to have a skill that can really contribute.
Well, we're back here in the second half. We'll be starting the third quarter off, and as you remember, ABC kicked off the football to start the first half. So they'll be taking the receiving end this time around. We'll get a couple things squared away here, and we will get ready to go underway. Once again, you're watching ABC Football, brought to you in part by Hunter Dodge of the West and SoCal College Sports. I'm Emery Johnson, along for the ride today, more so. And we're here to have a good time here in the second half. It was all ABC in the first half, and that will only give us an idea of what's coming up. I can only imagine. Well, something strange just happened, which is Pierce College onside kicked the football. And attempting to pick it up was the Marauders. But Pierce College was able to handle the football, and it will be 1st and 10. Pierce from their own 44-yard line. So starting things off strangely here in the first half. I'm taking a second to get all of my statistical paperwork in order here, and here we go. 1st and 10. And a football thrown into the ground. It might have been considered a backwards pass. We'll see. Was Peyton Pelletier. But they're going to say incomplete pass. No whistle was blown, so you automatically assume, I don't know, is there something that I don't know that the referee is calling? Well, and they're going to say it was a forward pass. Or it was a backwards pass that bounced off the ground, and it's going to be down. Nope, that's going to be a false start penalty called. So move the football back 5 yards. Pierce will have it at their 47. It will be second and 7 here. Throwing on second down. Complete pass. We're to a number 5. So Robert Terry, the wide receiver here. That'll be his first reception of the season out of the slot receiver, and it'll be 3rd down and not a 1st down. So 3rd and 2 coming up here. Pelletier smashed and hit, and the football's down on the ground, and we're going to have to take another look at this one. Recovered by Pierce, but just barely. And this is the defensive line that you want to see just coming off the rushing edge. And that's just a direct That's just an unbelievable job on the sack and knockout for Antelope Valley. And the punt is away. A deep one and a good one here, all the way down to the 10-yard line. It'll be marked out of bounds. A beautiful punt by Robert Ali Brown. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line, and ABC will take over here. 12:55 remaining on the clock here in the third quarter. And we'll have a change of quarterback. Bryce Blankenship will be taking over. Modified pistol. One back beside him. Handles the snap and hands it off here on 1st down. And running through a hole with nobody in front of him and making some good maneuvers is Q Allen as he starts things off in a 1st down here for the Marauders. And Q Allen just cutting his way through. So we'll have split backs out of the gun. Firing towards his near side. Devon Jones. Devon Jones running down the near sideline. Cuts inside all the way down to the 30. He's down to the 20, down to the 10. Nobody's going to catch him. Touchdown Marauders. Devon Jones on a short little slant pass to his left. And what a great job here by Devon Jones just to maneuver his way through traffic and find his way into the end zone. Just a nice little pass on the screen, and Devon Jones doesn't even need a block in front of him. He just works his way through. The extra point is up and good. Well, the Marauders wasting no time in picking up where they left off. Pierce ready to return the football. John Henderson ready to kick here for the Marauders. The kick is away. Backing up and catching it is Andres Flores, and Flores is working his way all the way out towards the outside, and it's all the way up to the 39. We'll see where they choose to mark it. I think I saw 39 as he was stepping out, but it'll be the near side judge to call it. Or check the far side. And they will. Marked all the way down to the 36. So 1st and 10 here. Hand it off here. Dennis Jones into the pile. Fighting for any yards that he can. Second and 5 coming up from the 41. Well, if you're a fan of 3C2A football, we'll have the game right here. Ventura College is visiting at COC later this afternoon. Kickoff at 6 o'clock. That game very important in terms of who will win the Northern Division. We're going to take an injury timeout at this time. And we'll be right back in just a few moments after a couple words from Hunter Dodge of the West.
H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, America's largest Ram truck center, has an inventory as big as a wide open West. Ram is Motor Trend's Truck of the Year 3 years running, featuring the all-new Ram 1500s and the heavy-duty Ram 25s and 3500s. H.W. Hunter, Ram of the West, located at Hunter Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in the Lancaster Autumn Hall or at ramofthewest.com.
Take advantage of huge savings on all new Ram truck inventory in stock during Ram Power Days going on now.
Well, we're back out on the field, and the injured player has been maneuvered off. Looked to be an offensive lineman. Not going to help Pierce here. The depleted player base here from Pierce. Taking a hit, and it'll be 3rd down to 4th down. Pierce College taking their time to figure out what's going on. We're just going to see a running clock 2 times over. Low snap. 4th down. Throwing on 4th down, looking to get a completed pass. And oh, hit and contact. There's a flag out on the field. They'll have a great angle of it again. So an incomplete pass, but a flag out on the field, and it might be a 1st down because of the flag. We'll wait to hear from the referee. And it will be 1st down. Under center, Pelletier handles the snap, hands it off. First down play is going to go nowhere. Into the hands of Christian Mills, who's coming out of the slot position. It was just a handoff, direct hand. Loss of 2 yards, mark it 3 down to their 44-yard line. Snap is handled by Pelletier, but batted down at the line as he goes to throw. Third down coming up. Clock has stopped here. 8:16 here in the third quarter, 41-0 the score. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left. Pelletier handles the shotgun snap, handles over to Jones. Jones is going to be hit, and he's not going to be able to handle the football. Fourth down coming up here. You'll see the punting unit come out on the field for Pierce. That's the first time they've tried to actually punt. They're going to try and punt the football in a lot of series here. Fourth down situations. They've probably gone for it 6 out of 7 times here. They've tried to punt. No, they've tried to punt twice. Decent snap this time. The punt is up and good. And every time that they've gotten a punt off so far today, it's actually been a decent punt. Unfortunately, a couple of them have been tipped. This one a 30-yard punt. Put it down on the 28-yard line of the Marauders. So Blankenship still in as quarterback here for the Marauders. Modified pistol, hands it off here on first down. Rushing forward for a couple yards, Michael Clark. Able to get 2 out of it, up to the 30-yard line. Clark again, rushing, and the pile is still moving. Continuing to move and driving forward. The offensive linemen are working their power, getting a first down and more. All the way down to the 42-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Marauders. Clock will continue to run, 7:22 going here in the third quarter. Loss of a yard. Clark, the ball carrier, last snap. 6:31 ticking down. Jet sweep along the right side. Carrying the football. Steele. Still running. There's a flag out on the field. All the way down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. There's multiple flags down. I can imagine this is coming back. Levante Riley. So Levante Riley on the jet sweep. Comes across. They're going to say a block in the back from 18th there. That's where the first penalty is. So this one's going to definitely come back.
Guys, can you do me a favor? Yes, sir.
Behind that like dotted section for me. Thank you. I just don't want to run into you and get hurt.
Got you. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes I do get kind of close, like to here. Even though I shouldn't, but I need those shots.
So holding from the spot of the first penalty. And this is going to bring it all the way back to the 30-yard line. Line to gain will be the 48 of the Brahmas. Throwing here on second down and incomplete. Blankenship out of the gun, running towards his right side. He's under pressure. He's going to fall over around the 25, and that's going to be fourth down and a lot coming up here. The punting unit will come out, and we'll see a change of possession coming up here pretty soon. Dennis Jones will be out to return the football here. Punt is away. High spiraling. Dennis Jones electing to take it here, and he does. He breaks through the first coverage. Able to break through a couple tackles. He's free around the 50-yard line. He's going to be tripped up with a shoelace tackle. And that was Joshua Clark coming in as one of the gunners there. Able to just grab him by his shoelaces and pull him down. A beautiful job on the coverage at the last second, but a great return by Dennis Jones. So a change of possession here. Pierce College will start their next drive at the 50-yard line. Handoff on first down. And a reverse to Robert Terry. Terry trying to get his way around the defensive coverage, but ultimately will be thwarted. Defensive line was not fooled by that. A good job by AVC to pick that up.
Let's go, here it goes. Hey, Walt, sit in there. Sit inside of him. Sit inside of him, Walt. It's going to come.
Well, the delayed snap, catching the Marauders offsides. Move the football up 5 yards. Be third and more manageable. I'd be hard-pressed to imagine that Pierce wouldn't try to go for it on fourth down at this point. 3rd and 6 coming up from the 46-yard line. And we'll get a false start.
They run the same thing. Get in there and hold it, Whoa. Get in there and hold it, Whoa. Get in there, Whoa. Get in there, in there. You go in there. Trust me. Hold it.
Pelletier.
Carry it.
Beautiful catch and reception, first down. It was caught by Andres Flores. Ran a nice little post route. Turn around, had the football in his hands, and all he had to do was lay down. Going to be 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line.
Hey, watch the out.
Pelletier trips to his right, under pressure again. He's going to be hit and sacked. Brought down with a loss of 1. We'll see where they mark it, loss of 2. And he did his best trying to get up towards the line of scrimmage, and he's slow to get up. Slow to get up. He's still clutching kind of his wrist. We'll see what happens. He's going to walk it off. Well, 2nd down and 12 is coming up. Dennis Jones besides him. Pelletier out of the gun, trips to his right, 1 to his left. He's going to be rolling out towards the near side, looking to throw on the run. Finds an open receiver by Christian Mills. Mills all the way up to the 22-yard line. Marked out 23. Line to gain will be the 21. We have 4th down coming up. Check that 3rd. Couple seconds difference here between the play clock and the game clock.
Look how tight he is, D.
2 seconds.
Delay a game, throw the flag, throw the flag.
And they're looking for a delay a game call, and that's going to be an incomplete pass, and that'll be the end of the 3rd quarter. Referee's a little bit laissez-faire here, but given the score, you're not going to really blame anybody. We'll step away for just a couple moments here, and we'll be right back with the start of the 4th quarter. Coming up. Well, we have just received word that the score, and then the coaches have agreed that we'll have a 12-minute 4th quarter. So that will shorten some things up here. And we had a turnover on downs after they attempted to run the football there on 4th down. It looks to be a new quarterback. And it is Emery Floyd, a man who shares the same name as me, will be in at quarterback today in the 4th quarter here for the Marauders. Comes into the season with only 12 attempts, 4 completions. He'll be out of the gun. Hopefully he can add on to that right now. He got a 4-receiver spread, 2 to his left, 2 to his right. Got Michael Clark to his left. Out of the gun. Choosing to throw here. Throwing long towards the right side. He has an open receiver, and it's caught! Down to the end zone! Touchdown! And the man who was robbed of a touchdown earlier in this game, Jonathan Jean, will have cashed in on this one. We will get a good look at it from this angle. A beautiful long pass, and the first pass attempt here from Emory is caught and a touchdown. So Jonathan Jean with his first touchdown and first catch of the season. And as a touchdown, and ABC will add on to their lead here in the fourth quarter. Extra point is up and good. And we'll go ahead and take another look at that again. Beautiful job by Floyd. And just the separation from Jonathan Jean. And there was no one to catch him. 10 minutes, 58 seconds on the clock, 48-0.
Missed that last shot, man. I was on all the way on the other side. Yeah. It's all good, though.
You literally just walked there.
Yeah. That's a nice shot.
You just walked there. See what I mean? If this guy wasn't in front of me, look. See?
Kick out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a touchback here, and the Brahmas will start the 25-yard line. So back at quarterback is Andrew Young for Pierce. And they'll start things off like they started the first quarter. Dennis Jones will run the football, and he's going to go nowhere, right into a pile of ABC players. Clock will probably continue to run here. Young throws it back. Jones towards the near side. And we're under 10. Young out of the gun, rolling out towards the far side. Firing. Had a wide open receiver, but missed his target. It was thrown out of bounds. Intended for Christian Mills. So 4th down coming up. 9:12 on the clock. And the punting unit will be out here for Pierce.
I swear to God. You seen it? I'm waiting on it. He told me, don't go. I'm waiting on it. I swear to God, I'm gonna feel him. I can do it, though, bro.
And now we're in the right spot behind the defense. Oh, drop.
So bad snap here. Emery Floyd
You know right now?
not able to land on it, and it's going to be picked up by Pierce College.
They were trash talking each other. See?
So we'll see a change of possession, another stoppage of the clock.
Those are nice pictures, man.
Everyone says that is my equipment.
Is it?
That's what he said.
Andrew Young will be under center with the lone setback behind him. Hands it off here on 1st down. Handling the football was Peyton Montgomery. He's listed as a defensive back, but with a gain of 1, he'll be in as the running back. Young, running for his life, escaping towards the near side, firing on the run, and an incomplete pass. .803 on the clock remaining now. Young, firing, hits his receiver, but off the fingertips. Robert Terry. 8 minutes exactly. 4th down coming up, 4th and 9. Well, if you're a fan of ABC football, just know that we'll have coverage of ABC versus Moore Park next week right here on SoCal College Sports. And this football is intercepted and running freely basically all the way down towards the end zone. Touchdown, Marauders. And just like that, the Marauders add another 6 points to the scoreboard. Kevin Hawley, he's been in running the football as a running back and also playing cornerback today. Second time a football's almost returned, or second time a football's been returned like that from a fourth down pass. The first time it was almost a pick six. This time it was. You see Young just throw a tipped football. His receiver was falling over. And Kevin Hawley just returns it all the way. So touchdown Marauders, that's going to add onto their lead. 55 now with the extra point. And 7:48 remaining here. That football will land in the end zone. They were expecting it to fall out of bounds. So kick is good. Pierce College will start off 1st and 10 from the 25. With 7:48 remaining. Young handles the snap and is just going to try and run forward. He's going to be hit by a swath of Marauders coming forward. Headed to under 7 minutes here. I formation. And a quick little handoff there. And the football came out. And AVC is saying that they had it, but the referees are saying that the whistles came out well before. You see the contact was made. And fighting for the football was Maxwell Casey, who said he had who got the football out, and then it was picked up by Jalen Williams, who is involved as well. But they say forward progress was stopped at the 32-yard line. Handoff and a first down. Dennis Jones. Dennis Jones running all the way down to the 25, and it's going to be a first down plus some here for Pierce College. So this, they say we're not done yet. We're under 6 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter. But Pierce hoping that they can get some points on the board. Walk away with your head held high. Young throwing here on first down. Caught! Touchdown! And Andres Flores, who did not have a catch to this point in the game, makes his way all the way around defenders on just a simple post pattern. It seemed like he was forgotten about. And the Brahmas are on the board, 6 points. Chris Sanchez on to kick the extra point. Extra point up and good, so 7 points on the board. Well, 5:31 on the clock here, and the Brahmas able to at least put something up. So 5:31 on the clock, and presumably one more drive for each team. That being said, hard to say. It was a 12-minute quarter added onto this game. Chris Sanchez kicking it short. It's going to be brought up all the way to the 42-yard line. So Emery Floyd, who fumbled the football on the last drive, back out there. Though, on his pass attempts today, he's 1 for 1 with a touchdown that traveled 60 yards. Not through the air, about 15, 20-yard pass to Jonathan Jean. Floyd out of the gun. Hands it off here on first down, and Michael Clark is working his way towards the far side, fighting for more yards as he's able to find a hole, and he does, and the clock will now start running. And if we time it out correct here, it should be a first down, and the game will be very close. They're milking every second of that clock away. 14 here on the play clock, and we'll get things set up again. And Floyd will just get thrown down. That didn't look fun. We have a loss of yards on the play, all the way back to the 45, so original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10 coming up here as we tick under 4 minutes. Emery Floyd out of the gun, wing T formation, firing into the screen on the near side. Finds his receiver. Damani Williams is going to be hit for a loss. It'll be 4th down here. Under 3 minutes to play. I see the punting unit come out onto the field. Punting unit out on the field. Looking to return, Andreas Flores, and he had a pretty decent return last time all the way out towards the far sideline, and he's going to be brought down around the 35. That's where they'll mark it. Mark that 36. Clock stopped at 1:57. Should be the last drive here for the Brahmas. Young will be under center in the I formation. They hand it off. I formation again, short handoff. Kobe Jones, ball carrier, he's going to be flattened. Loss of 1 on the play. We'll see one more play, and that will be it here. That'll be the final play of the game. as the scrum gets figured out, and that will be it. And we'll tick things down here. But I just want to put out a couple thank yous here. Thank you to AVC College for hosting this game and having us being able to bring coverage to you guys every single weekend. We will have coverage, and we will be back here next weekend for a very important game where Moorpark will be visiting AVC. So make sure to mark that on your calendar, the Saturday the 13th, and that kickoff will be most likely at 6. And we'll have coverage here on SoCal College Sports 1. I'm Emory Johnson. Good night, everybody.